Yeah, that's one of my joints right there. You know what? I ain't had no music on the program in a minute. Excuse me. Let me see what's up with that little whack music. I'm turning it way down. Sometimes I just like to have some in the background. I don't know, but we got to talk about these Karens, man. So there's a suspect book, and I always keep my side eye up. I'm never just willingly going with anything. I am Mr. Skeptical, right? However, Karen's got mad at white women who employed her white friends to read an anti-racist book. And I mean, I'm not surprised and all, but in this article they did come up with a few points that I found were very interesting. So I was going to share them with you guys. All right. It goes on to say that black people rarely worry about the affairs of white people, but this particular situation requires our attention. It is something about the word Karen that gets everybody angry. It's ironic when you think about it, because the people who often get angry about the word Karen are often Karens themselves. This doesn't only apply to black people who can call white women Karens. It also goes for white people too. Goes on to say, on Wednesday, Julia Hainsberg, the CEO and presidential Holland Bloorview Kids Rehabilitation Hospital in Canada, that's a lot, suggested that a book on Twitter for her fellow white women, writing a tweet: "If you're my friend and a white woman, I may have a present for you." So hold on, let me just scroll up a little bit so y'all can see. That's the book, and then this is her tweet, right? Boom, so you can see that. It goes on to say this book is by Regina Jackson, a black woman, and Syra Rowe, an Indian American woman, who are founders of Race to Dinner, a program that initiates racially honest conversations about racism and oppression. This book is described as a guidebook for white women who want to start dismantling white supremacy instead of just being nice. Sounds like a good thing, right? Of course not for them. Anyway, so this is an outline in a book for people to get right, and to live like decent humans. Let's pull back a little bit and let's talk about what we're really talking about here. We have a black woman who is being assisted by Indian American women. I don't know which Indian they talking about. Is they talking about Red Dot or Feather? But we got a black woman that has a manual to show people in the dominant society how to act better and just be better humans. And you would think that, they would embrace this and say, hey, I want to be a decent human being. Let me read this and see where I'm messing up at. Oh, no. Mm-mm. Instead of white people and women telling Haysbert, yeah, you're right, let us learn about our own privilege and how we can treat black people and other people of color better, they went absolutely nuts in the comments. Some of the responses read, "You don't have friends. It's really weird that you separate your friends by race. Nice try with the anti-white racism love on behalf of all women. You can't sit with us, Julia." So they snapping on her. Basically, they telling her that you're off code, thinking that we supposed to get off white supremacy's code, which is it's like a whole weird dynamic. So that's like when we be speaking, nobody speaks in absolutes. You can't say every this and every that. Absolutes just don't work. However, you can speak in terms of a group or a majority. You see what I mean? It goes on to say, talk about taking a suggestion personally. It's hilarious because the people who are getting mad over the suggestion are exactly the people who need to read the book. The official Twitter account for Race to Dinner wrote, and I quote, "If you want to see how badly white people need this book, just read the comments." Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. I think when we read these articles from these publications, you got to think about, well, what messages they trying to send. Usually it's in the last paragraph. So here we go. It says, in my eyes, it's pretty simple for white folks. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. It's not enough to claim not to be racist. You actually have to be anti-racist to make a dent in the uphill battle that is white supremacy in this country. I agree. It's simply not enough just to say that ain't me, because there's definitely a system in place. Professor Black Truth, or I'm sorry, Jason Black was just talking about this last night on his broadcast. Is like, he said, white people have to be trained in white supremacy. They have to, because it works so seamlessly everywhere. If you go to Kentucky, if you go to California, if you go to Utah, if you in Florida, if you in Maine, it don't matter. Everybody's practicing the same on code anti-black racist behavior seamlessly. So that must mean that as the dominant society, as they're born, well, we know racism starts as early as Dr. Seuss. So they doing racism starts earlier than that home. If you think it don't, that's your problem. If you ain't got your kids abreast to how racism is taught and dealt with in this country, and you got your kids out here thinking that everybody is every just kumbaya shit, then you kind of setting them up for failure, right? You gotta have them. We need to have them racially astute out here, and teach people that they need to deal with people on an individual basis. But as a group, or some of these groups, it's a lot of anti-black racism, period. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Would you read this book? Would you give this book to your white friends? How many of your white friends would actually accept this book? Do you have these kind of conversations with your white friends? Because I do. I'm not running from the race conversation at all around white people. You want to know why? Let me tell y'all something. Jason Black say, you sit a black person in front of a white person, they gonna tell the damn truth, right? And I've seen this shit happen with my own eyes, and that made me check myself. I'm gonna be the same on this goddamn podcast that I am in front of anybody. That doesn't necessarily mean that you got to broadcast and let everybody know what cards you playing, right? That don't mean that. But that also don't mean that you got to laugh off racist jokes and you got to be okay with the little microaggressions and all of that. No. You don't have to be okay with that. It is okay to stand up and stick up for yourself. Don't never fucking compromise your integrity around nobody. You feel me? Like, I'm going to give y'all an example. And I just watched this microaggression of bug breaking go down the other day at work. So if y'all know PC males like I know PC males, they got this infatuation with gay shit. I don't know what it is. Mexican ones, PC ones, all of them. They all play on that gay shit. And I don't get that. So I'm sitting here watching these dudes. They like, yeah, we used to have a question out here for everybody that come into business. Would you take it at the butt, or would you give some fellatio? I'm like, why are y'all grown men asking each other this question? There ain't no good answer either way. And here they come, they asking everybody. I'm like, man, I'm not answering that. It's like, I don't play like that. Y'all, that's what y'all do. I don't play like that, fam. That's some gay shit, is what I said. That's exactly what I said. But no, man, you just gotta answer the question, man. You just gotta, either way. I'm like, I don't get down like that, man. We don't play those kind of games. That's not my culture to play those kind of games, fam. We don't do that. Y'all do that. I was damn near finna get pissed off. I'm getting pissed off and mad and upset right now. I just had to kind of, reel it back a little bit and understand where I'm at, what I'm doing. But I'm like, nah, man, I don't do that, man. Y'all really pissing me off, thinking like, for some reason, like I'm supposed to Or like it's just no, nah, that ain't normal, fam. To answer those, do those kind of questions, fam. That's bussy. That's busserific. Like the fuck is you talking about, man? Anyway, I ain't gonna hold you, but I'm gonna mold you, fold you, and scold you about being on code. And I got 4 words for you. Oh, shout out to Nightfall, man. One of the original KIP, man, just lost his mom last night, and I can't imagine how that feels, brother. And it's a couple moments of silence for you, bro. All right, love, peace, blessings, and aloha. We out of here. Peace.
Sandra Blackwood for Hot Lava Music TV. First off, let's get this straight. I only want a boss. And I like to see a boss and boss shit. Where can you get boss shit, you ask? Well, dig this player. Boss 3 NT Clothing got that drip for you and your missus. Now first, go follow at Boss 3 NT Clothing on IG to see more real boss shit. And second, please log on to boss3ntclothing.com. That's boss3ntclothing.com.
We need to go out here and say exactly what we want. And we got to say it with our chest. And we kind of start pussyfooting around, and we got to stop being scared to say exactly what we want, what we need. We need that paper. Say it with your chest. Damn all that. We need justice. We need y'all to love us. No. We don't need that paper. We need reparations in the form of a check. Let's stop being afraid to say it.